procedures practiced in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. It was this aspect of drill which made it such an important part of training. Even today, drill remains a necessary and useful training activity for instilling discipline and a spirit de corps. Over 240 years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline. Baron von Steuben arrived at Valley Forge in February of 1778, facing an army of several thousand undisciplined, half-starved, wretched men in rags. To correct these conditions, he set work immediately and wrote regulations designed to teach the discipline of drill to a model company of 120 selected men. Discipline became a part of the military for these individuals as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation. As they mastered the art of drill and began to work as a team, this group developed a collective sense of pride within themselves and in their unit. Watching this model company perform, observers were amazed to see how quickly and efficiently that the troops could have been massed and maneuvered into different battle formations. Later, members of the model company were assigned throughout the regular army to teach drill. It was through this simple emphasis on drill that the effectiveness and efficiency of Washington's Continental Army were improved. In 1789, Baron von Steuben wrote the American Army First Field Manual, the regulations for the order and discipline of the troops of the United States. The drill procedures were placed into effect at Valley Forge and were not changed for over 85 years, and many of these same procedures are still used in today. One form of the drill is the salute. Since early times, men of arms have used of some form of salute as an exchange of greeting, the most popular of which has been the hand salute. This exchange has been preserved and is continued in all modern militaries, which inherit their traditions from the age of chivalry. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the airman presenting arms as one form of the military salute. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over the heart when the national anthem is played, or raising the right hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given to the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain the proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask you to abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, and the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Oath of Enlistment and the Airman's Creed. Second, we ask you to remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask you to pay respect to the flag during the national anthem. Military members will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem, you may then return your hand to your side. We also ask that all cell phones and other electronic devices be silenced at this time. Please reserve the strictest respect during our Oath of Enlistment. During this oath, airmen pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. Please remember that the flight before you today has endured a unique 6-week journey, and these graduations are unique that they are the first to take place outside of Joint Base San Antonio, Lackland, Texas, since 1968. At this time, please find a place to seat. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of our official party. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors by the Keesler Honor Guard, led by Airman First Class Adriana Gonzalez, the playing of our national anthem by the 41st Army Band, and the invocation given by Chaplain Russell Ward.
Let us pray. Mighty God, this day marks the beginning of great things to come. These new graduates have successfully completed the rigorous demands of basic military training and now stand as airmen. The lessons they learned will remain in their hearts and continue to serve them in the coming days. We are proud of their accomplishments and stand by them as they step into the next phase of training. Lord, I thank you for the exceptional MTIs, leaders, and staff who instructed, mentored, and exemplified what it means to be a wingman, leader, and warrior. And as they embark on this next phase of training, there will be more challenges, obstacles, and victories. Lord, be with them. Guide and direct their steps in this new journey. I ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Keesler Honor Guard, the 41st Army Band, and Chaplain Ward. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to today's Basic Military Training Graduation. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Commander, 81st Training Wing, Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi, Colonel Heather Blackwell. The Command Chief Master Sergeant, 81st Training Wing, Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi, Chief Master Sergeant Sarah Esparza. Colonel Blackwell will review today's ceremony. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, 4th Wing, Keesler Air Force Base, Mississippi, Colonel Jeffrey Van Duding.
That's right.
Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you, and we hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Now focus on your attention on the flight and the instructors before you. From your left to your right, our military training instructor team leading Flight 630 is Technical Sergeant Danny Gregory, Military Training Instructor, 737th Training Group, Detachment 5, Hometown, Columbia, Tennessee. Master Sergeant Michael Wright, Military Training Instructor, 737 Training Group, Detachment 5, Hometown, Hampton, Virginia. Military Training Instructor, please present your flight. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating airmen before you today represent a portion of the 35,000 recruits who will complete basic military training this year. The 737th Group provides all recruits the essential military training to become motivated members of the enlisted corps of the greatest air and space force in the world. The military training instructors are responsible for the indoctrination, development, and discipline of the airmen. They have dedicated endless hours to ensure all training objectives are met. Today's graduates are proven through the academic studies, military training, physical training, and the development of teamwork that they are ready to take their place in the United States Air and Space Force. This flight has endured a unique moment in our country's storied history and has proven to be up for the challenge. Their resiliency, fortitude, and teamwork have led them to this moment of graduation and carrying forward our history and legacy. We would like to take a moment to congratulate all of our detachment honor graduates as well as their families. Basic military trainer honor graduates distinguish themselves by being ranked in the top 10% of all airmen graduating in their class. The exceptional personal dedication, integrity, service before self, and sustained excellence of these airmen displayed throughout basic military training earned them this outstanding distinction. Airman Basic, Addison Powles. Airman Basic, Simone Morgan. Airman Basic, Coralie Romero. Airman First Class, Miranda Gray. And the top honor graduate for Flight 630 is Airman First Class, Brenna Simons. Before the airmen recite the Oath of Enlistment, we would like to thank all the families and friends who are with us via livestream in support of our graduates today. Your words of encouragement helped motivate these airmen through the 6 weeks of basic military training. On behalf of the United States Air and Space Force and Air Force Basic Military Training, we extend our thanks to the many families and friends who continuously support our airmen and the greatest air power that the world has ever known. Chief Esparzo will now come forward and address our graduated airmen.
Here we go. Thank you. Well done. What a beautiful, do you mind if I move this a little bit? Okay, thank you. What a beautiful day here at Keesler Air Force Base. The sun is shining, and the grass is green, and I see amazing airmen in front of me. So first, I would like to thank the families, the friends, the supporters. Those of you, we know you want to be here in person to watch your airmen graduate, but we appreciate you watching this happen on Facebook Live. You really have amazing airmen, and we're very appreciative. Second, I would like to thank our cadre and our support staff for making this happen. You have poured everything you have into making citizens you've turned them into phenomenal airmen. And there's so much that you've put into them that your legacy will continue on. Thanks for that. So not many of you know, and I didn't know this until the other day, but today, August 21st, 1941, 79 years ago, this marks the anniversary of the very first basic trainees that arrived to Keesler Air Force Base. And so I tell you that because Keesler has always been on the cutting edge of training. And today is no exception. We're always leaning forward. We're always trying new things because we know that the airmen are required and need this to be good as they move on to the operational next part of the mission and to make that mission happen. So thank you for continuing to be part of such a big legacy. So Airman, as remarkable as it is to talk about history and milestones, your graduation is equally monumental. It really, truly is. Today, your graduation goes into the books of the 2020 Keesler Basic Military Training book, and it's a chapter that's been written, and you are now solid in that book that we will always talk about and we will always look back on. Because basic military training couldn't happen at Lackland Air Force Base due to a world pandemic, you are here now and you are getting that awesome training and that awesome experience that we know that you would have anywhere else. You have worked so hard to be here, and you are here now, and you join a family of hundreds of thousands of airmen. That is hundreds of thousands of wingmen, leaders, and warriors. You are now part of that family, and we welcome you with open arms and can't tell you how excited that you are here. Just like you, just like your fellow airmen, you raised your right hand to defend our country. And you did this for your own reasons, and they're very unique to you, as unique as you are, as unique as everything. Nobody in your flight is the same. Nobody in the Air Force is the same. You come from different backgrounds. You come from different walks of life, different educational backgrounds. You name it, everybody is unique. But what you've done is you've brought that diversity to our team to continue to make the Air Force the very best Air Force that there is in the entire world. Getting here today wasn't easy. You had to come together as a team, and to be successful, you had to cut through the weaknesses with your strengths. That's that diversity that you bring to the team. You had to cut through that to be the airmen, to learn how to be good airmen, and to be airmen that are standing here in front of us today. By doing this, you have brought a different level of pride. You've brought a different level of pride to your families, your friends, your supporters, the cadre, and the support that has taken care of making sure that you are here today where you are, and of course your fellow airmen. So you have the whole world, the air and the space ahead of you. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for our Air Force. I'm excited for our Space Force, because you bring a bright future to our nation. And it gives me chills just to say that out loud, even though I wrote down the words and I knew I wanted to tell you that, but saying it and looking at you gives me chills, because you are our bright future. 27 years ago, I was in basic military training. And I have to say that in my 27 years, I have never thought that I'd be challenged as much as I have been from the moment I stepped onto Lackland Air Force Base to the moment I step here onto the parade grounds at Keesler Air Force Base. I've had so many challenges in my life, but they have made me a stronger person, a stronger leader, a stronger wingman, and a stronger airman. And that's why I know that through those experiences, I can stand before you and tell you that you will also be challenged, you will also be tested. And no matter what, no matter how hard that test feels, you got this. You really do. You got this, because you know what? We got you. You now are in part of this family of wingmen that will never leave you behind. And I know that you, as our wingmen, will never leave us behind. We will continue to work with our strengths to cut through those weaknesses, to continue to be a better Air Force and a better Space Force because of you. So I take this time now to say it's my honor to introduce my wingman, the 81st Training Wing, Keesler Air Force Base, Wing Commander, Colonel Heather Blackwell.
Thanks, Chief. Thanks, Chief. I love it. Awesome. Thanks, Chief. And I echo the Chief. To the friends and families that are watching this online, thank you for sharing your daughter, soon to be our airman, with us. It was in 1993 that my family dropped me off at the doorsteps of the Air Force and I started my journey. It's been an awesome journey, and we want that same journey for your daughters, our airmen. I also thank the folks in the audience today, Colonel Van Duding. Our Air Force is strong because of the partnership that we have with our Reserve and Guard forces. Thank you for being here. And I would be remiss if I didn't point out to Colonel Hambright. All this is here because of your leadership. Colonel Hambright is on his way to retirement, probably today or tomorrow, correct? So this is one of his last events. Like the chief said, 21 August, this day in history, 21 August 1941 is when we had the first basic military training occur here at Keesler. Through COVID, we didn't know that we could do this. We didn't know that we could stand it up, but we did it because of your leadership, Colonel Hambright. That's a testament to you. You've had a long and successful career, and we wish you and your family the best as you transition to the next phase of your life. We are very proud of you. Can we give him a round of applause, please? I'll miss you, Jerry. Thanks for everything. To the Airmen in formation, I had an awesome time running with you yesterday on our Heritage Run. You guys are amazing. And as the chief said, no matter how you came here today, no matter what path you took to get here, no matter why you entered the Air Force, you are here for a reason. You are here for a reason, and you are here for a purpose. Cast away those doubts and know that you are here. I saw it in you yesterday. I believe in you. But you know what? In the end, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you are ready. So let me ask you this question. Airmen in formation, are you ready to enter the world's greatest air and space force this world has ever seen? Awesome. I think they are ready.
Military training instructor, place your flight at attention. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Colonel Blackwell will now administer the Oath of Enlistment.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and that I will obey the orders of the President of the United States and the orders of the officers appointed over me, according to regulations and the Uniform Code of Military Justice. So help me God. I am proud of you, Airmen. Welcome to the best United States and Space Force the world has ever seen.
Thank you, Colonel Blackwell. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as our newest airmen recite the Airman's Creed and remain standing for the playing of the Air Force song, followed by the departure of our official party. I am an American airman. Thank you. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for attending the 737 Training Group Detachment 5 graduation. It's been an honor to serve as your narrator for today's special event. This concludes today's ceremony. Have a great day.